Okay, guys, we're about to enter the entrance. Okay. You guys can tell how full it is at the Kennedy Space Center. I just might have to put the camera away though. Over there. Are they gonna have to tell me to stop recording? Maybe. Just stop. We're done right now. I don't know. Guys, I'm gonna have to stop recording just for a couple minutes because the security security check here, right? I'm gonna have recording again. So the rockets have been previously launched. Nice. Vamos a caminar tú y yo. ¿Dónde vamos, Fabico y yo?
Hagan lo que quieran.
Where are we at?
The
Kennedy Space Center.
KSC.
KSC, I like that.
KSC.
SC.
Not KFC.
Subscribe
KSC.
to my dad's channel on YouTube. Link in the description below.
I have
Exactly.
4 followers. 4 followers. I
Four.
don't need any more.
Link in the description below.
Link in Yeah, find the link in the description below.
That was good. I don't know what the hell that was, but. Hey, I watch many brands, eh? This is the whole line that to take the bus tours. Yep, just look at it. I like your shirt. Yeah. What shirt was it? Sorry guys, it's kind of hard to see this. This is the wait time right now. 20 minutes. This is the astronaut of the day, Mr. Ken Cameron. I know it's kind of hard to see. This is him right there. So what's the plan? Where's the IMAX? Oh, the IMAX. I want to go there. Here, come on. Come here. Come here. Come here, buddy. Dad. Bring that over here. Daddy. Just real quick. I'm going to show him something.
Okay, be safe, okay?
No, I'm just going to show him the bus thing over there. I'm going to come back because Mama says it's going to give me my card.
Listen, I'm going to talk.
Okay. I figured out where to get the maps. Oh wow! So look at this. This is the bus tours. Daddy, mira. Okay, so these are all the attractions right here. And this is the map right here, if you guys were wondering. Come on, Santi, let's go. Santi, let's go. Come on. Hey, we're still in contact. Nemo, we're still in contact. All right, where are we going? Okay, look, come here. Here's the attraction information right here. And this is the map over here, something. We're right here. Which means the IMAX is gonna be right here. Where did you see the Lego? No, this is. I don't know where we're going. I wonder what's up here. Here, let's go back. Let's go back. Do you guys know where I can get maps?
Right outside the gate.
Of course. Thank you. Come on, buddy. Yeah, guys, this is the logo. Show me where it is. Show me where. Lego build to lunch. Oh, this one? Yeah, come on. Oh, I see. Okay, come on. Look at all the rockets, man. This is the cafeteria right here. Hey. Oh, look, this is the gateway. That guy was in Men in Black 3. Yeah, exactly. There's the IMAX right over there. Yeah. For the experience. Where do you want to? What? Shut up. Okay. This girl, she's a science teacher. She loves science. Well, she would love this place. We gotta go on some rides, bud. No, this way. Let's go this way first. Come here. Let's go this way. Hey, the ice cream shop. Oh. We're gonna go in there? So then it's a pagar. It's included. Well, I mean, we can go later if you like. Astronaut trainings experience. Wow. Yeah, the only thing is, I don't know if this section right here. Is it open? Open 12 o'clock. It's not even 12 yet. What time is it? It's closed. Oh wait, no, it's open. Alright. Come on, let's go. That smells good. That smells good. As you guys can tell, that was an ice cream place right there, but it's not open until 12 o'clock. It opens at 12.
Thank you.
Yep. Look at this. These are, what are these? Oh, these are moon rocks or something. Okay, guys, so we are going to the Lockheed Martin. Okay, how you doing? It's our first time in here. We're from Jacksonville, so. Does this include a general admission?
It does not. This is extra.
Okay.
We do not have any open spots today. It's all booked up. Excuse me, I got that hiccups.
Okay.
We do have 2 simulators included with your admission. One's in the Atlantis building, one's in the Gateway building.
And that's included with the general?
Yes.
Okay.
And
trying to find the ice cream. We're trying to find a map. Is this a map right here?
We have like freeze-dried ice cream.
how does it taste?
This is a
It tastes
Gateway
powdered
Spaceport Casey.
coffee creamer.
No.
Oh, it tastes like that.
Oh wow.
Do you have a map?
Yeah, it's right there.
This one?
Yeah, just open it all the way.
Where
up.
do I get the
Oh, okay.
merchandise?
Right across the street.
Okay.
Yep.
Any
Okay.
rides that you can go on?
On in Atlanta.
This is Gateway Spaceport. This is a map of where we can go.
We'll be safe.
Okay, let's keep going.
Horse.
Yeah, these are, what's it looks like. There's a shop right there.
Yep.
Okay, you want to go into the shop? You want to go into the shop? You want to check it out? Let's go take a look.
It's an absolute matter, okay? And there's little to no air pressure.
We got so many.
Like here on Earth, there's lots of air pressure, okay? So,
As you get out, say,
this is
come
my mini
here. Come here.
simulator of all that fun stuff. Now, these are gonna represent my loaners, okay? These are my
Okay, guys, we're going in. We're going into the shop. As you can tell, this is they got a shirt that says I need my space. They got cups.
Oh, nice. ¿Qué talla eres tú?
They got a hat here that says space. They got hoodies of NASA. They got some kind of college flag that says I need my space. You got the handbags right here.
Come on, buddy.
They got another shirt that says Occupy with Mars. They got a SpaceX cup. They got a polo shirt of NASA. We got this interesting look of NASA hats. And a bunch of lunch boxes. Where do you want to go, buddy? No, that was the shop, basically. Oh, look at the Mars rover.
This kid right here.
You think you're funny?
We're going to space.
I'm not going to space.
They have a 40X on.
How you doing?
Guys, turn up the sight. All right, here we go. Right ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good morning, guys.
Beautiful day.
It is.
Stop. No, no.
PlayStation. Ay, no. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hello.
¿Cómo le haces?
PlayStation.
PlayStation. Hello, Santi. Memo.
Have fun.
Still Charlie.
D'Angelo? D'Emilio?
I wish.
I want you to look at that, guys. We got TV right
Consiguió el
here.
teléfono de Charlie D'Emilio.
Santi, put your foot down.
¿D'Emilio? ¿Emilio? ¿Ya tienes su teléfono entonces?
No.
¿Por qué no lo tienes?
Amigo, no me dijo. Mami se ve chiquita.
Sí, siempre se esconde.
All right.
Nada más sacarla con
We
ese
got
chiquito.
on the bus tour
The bus tour to where?
to the launch
¿Qué
pads.
tienes cara de chiste, no?
Cara de tu padre. No, o sea,
I'm surprised it's not even busy today.
¿por qué metes la mano así, mira? ¿Es que está atrás o está atrás tu mano? Y no se ve. Sí.
Guys, you have to be 13 in the front seat. See the sign there? 13 years old. That's just NASA's rules. Yeah. Okay. You got it?
Well, switch.
Okay. That's fine.
Thank you.
I just got to obey NASA's rules. That's all. Are you 13 now? Oh, you are? Okay.
Thank you.
And your
for
grandpa?
asking.
Oh no!
Sorry to hold you. No problem. Be careful with the steps there, folks. Good morning, guys.
Santi, are you 13? Why are you singing Jurassic Park?
Are there dinosaurs in the tour?
Like you,
En eso estoy, nena. Lo estoy arreglando.
He's editing.
Nope, you don't need to mess with those unless you're uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's fine.
Be careful.
No trajiste tu otra cámara.
No,
¿Por qué? Mamá.
los dos salen, los tres, menos yo, salen con cara de tetos. Ahí sí, no hay quien les pueda ayudar.
Oye, voy a manejar de regreso, ¿eh?
No.
Sí. Oye, that Eiffel Tower's cool.
Seat in front of you.
Sí.
Put your feet down on that.
all right, guys, pay attention.
Como si fueras en la escuela. Hey guys, pay attention. No.
All right, we can stop
Yeah, los
playing with
niños.
the footrest there, guys.
Got you a rider? What?
But they have seatbelts.
Somebody.
Are you playing with the footrest?
Yeah.
No.
A ver, Lulu, ¿qué es?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Kennedy Space Center. My name's Bob, and I'm going to be your escort as we head out to the Apollo Saturn V Center. And we're going to be about 15 minutes or so getting to Saturn V. As we're traveling, we are going to go by the vehicle assembly building, and you'll get a good look at the vehicle assembly building, and you're going to get a lot of information. Please. You're going to get a lot of information about the building, and then once you get out to Saturn V, there you will see a real Saturn V moon rocket laid out there in the building, along with a lot of other really neat space artifacts that are there. So as we're traveling right now, folks, it is extremely important that everyone remain seated so everybody is safe on the bus. And we also ask everyone to please be considerate of conversations and talking so everybody can hear, and we want you to enjoy the information. Thank you so much for being here with us today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a wonderful time, and we're on our way.
Ignition sequence start.
And they'll step off the limb now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
We have pondered our place amongst the stars since the dawn of humankind. We've looked at the stars with wonder and amazement, their glow guiding our travel for centuries. The more we learn about our universe, the more questions we have.
I'm Emily Calandrelli, and today you'll be following me behind the gates on this exclusive bus tour of Kennedy Space Center.
Folks, I want to point out, standing right there is a real Mercury Redstone rocket. That's a real Mercury Redstone, and the Mercury Redstone rockets were the first rockets NASA used here at the Space Center to place human beings up into space. And the capsule on that Mercury Redstone could hold one person, and the Mercury Redstone rockets were given to NASA as ballistic missiles from the U.S. Army, and they converted them over to use them to place humans on board. And you'll get some more information about that.
This rocket that you'll see standing tall in front of KSU's badging station is the Mercury Redstone rocket. It represents NASA's earliest efforts to send humans into space. These Redstone rockets were formerly ballistic missiles provided to NASA by the U.S. Army. In October of 1958, NASA formally organized Project Mercury with a mission to investigate man's reaction to this new environment and safely recover the capsule and its pilot. Man rating for human spaceflight on what was previously a ballistic missile was no easy task. After several modifications and test flights, a Mercury capsule carrying Ham, a chimpanzee, was successfully launched and recovered on January 31st, 1961. Just months later, on May 5th, astronaut Alan Shepard launched on a Mercury Redstone rocket, becoming the first American in space.
Hi, I'm Janet Petro, and welcome to NASA's John F. Kennedy Space Center, where NASA astronauts have ventured forth on flights of exploration since the 1960s. And what an exciting time to visit our multi-user spaceport. Through our Commercial Crew program, we are sending astronauts to the International Space Station from American soil for the first time since the Space Shuttle program ended in 2011. We're continuing to launch new research technologically advanced scientific instruments to date into space through our Launch Services program. This all culminates in our ultimate mission, the Artemis program, where NASA will return to the moon, this time with the first woman and first person of color, and continue on to Mars. In all our history, there's been one common theme woven throughout our DNA. It's our insatiable desire to explore beyond our home planet in our never-ending quest to expand our knowledge of the universe. As you venture behind the gates, you'll find a community of the most talented, dedicated, motivated workforce anywhere in the world who believe in the unlimited potential of space exploration. This is an active spaceport where new things are happening every day. You never know what you might see, so enjoy your tour.
The American flag is the world's largest hand-painted flag, painted by hand with brushes and rollers on the building. And it took 632 gallons of paint to paint that flag. It's 210 feet in length, 110 feet in width. The stripes are 8.5 feet wide. The field of stars, the size of a professional basketball court. And the stars, 6 feet around, point to point, all hand painted. And it has been repainted since the first time, also hand painted. And you have a set of doors here on this side. These are called high bay doors, 456 feet tall, and it takes about an hour and 10 minutes to completely open one set of those doors. Same type of doors are on the opposite side. And as we pass the little buildings here, over to the right, you see a tower standing there. That is a brand new mobile launch tower on a brand new platform there that was built for SLS Artemis. And the first Artemis launch went off of that platform and away from that tower just about 3 months ago out at Pad B. And now we have one more section of video to show, and we're going to pull into Saturn V.
But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? Then they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Bryce play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
When President John F. Kennedy made this speech in 1962, he set in motion an era of discovery that would change humankind forever. 7 years after he spoke these ambitious words, the world watched as Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first people to walk on the moon. The achievements of the men and women who worked on the space program in these early decades of NASA helped propel the technology we use every day. NASA and the thriving private space industry at Kennedy Space Center today are the living legacy of their story. As we arrive at the Apollo Saturn V Center to learn more about that historic era, get ready to step back into a time when NASA had everything to prove to a nation focused on one goal: to be the first country to land a person on the moon.
Please check around your seat to make sure you have.
There we go. What is this?
Well, there are seats.
Yes. What is this?
As you enter, please move all the way to the front of the theater to make room for the guests behind you. Our presentation will begin shortly.
Big ass lounge.
On behalf of NASA and Kennedy Space Center, welcome to the Apollo Saturn V Center. Our presentation will begin in a few short moments.
con esa una adolescencia. Bien. Night of the Living Dead.
For the comfort, safety, and viewing pleasure of all our guests, we ask that you silence cell phones and refrain from flash photography for the duration of our presentation. Please note that this is a no-smoking facility. If you must leave the theater during the presentation, please use the exit door located behind you at the rear of the theater. Thank you.
Ustedes, como tenían.
Es como le están anunciando que ahora son de color. Muy de yaqueño. Eso yo lo veía de chiquito. Obviamente el correcamino.
Eso lo vi en el caso de mi abuela.
Más bien grosso.
¿Pasó? ¿Entra? $35. Yo quiero una.
And now, it is with great pride that we present the story of NASA's Apollo program, the greatest adventure mankind has ever undertaken.
When I was a kid, I used to dream about flying through space. Every week on TV, I'd watch my heroes as they jumped into their rocket ships and took to the stars. And I wanted to be like them. They had courage, imagination, and no problem ever stood in their way for long. You know, in the end, when we actually did send men into space, it turned out that those were exactly the qualities it took. I'm John Hudson. This is Pad 39 of the Kennedy Space Center. I was a launch controller here when from this very spot, man took off to fly to the moon. It was a journey that began 12 years before that rocket ever left the ground. And it started on the other side of the world. Back then, we were one of two superpowers that always seemed to be on the edge of a terrible war. In 1957, the Soviet Union launched the first ever man-made satellite into Earth orbit. They called it Sputnik, which means traveling companion. In a world where peace hung in a delicate balance, it seemed to create a dangerous advantage. Every ham radio operator in America could hear it beeping. People were afraid. Were the Soviets looking down on us? Watching us? If they could make a satellite pass over our cities, could they do the same with a bomb? Our own space program kicked into high gear, and less than 2 months later, we were ready to launch our own satellite. It was being called the space race, and we were running a distant second. In 1961, we fell even further behind. Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first man into space, circling the world in just 89 minutes. We had our own astronauts, and they were eager and ready to take the big ride. But our manned space program couldn't seem to get off the ground. We stuck with it, and on May 5th, 1961, things finally started going right. Astronaut Alan Shepard took his ship Freedom 7 6.5 miles into space. America had its first space hero. Just a few days later, our space program received a new challenge. But this one did not come from the Soviet Union. It came from our young president. In one inspiring moment, he changed the mission from one based in fear of the present to one of hope for the future.
But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
We hadn't been more than 16 minutes into space, and now we were going to the moon. We would have to design a rocket the size of a 36-story office building, put it together with the precision of a microscope, and accelerate it to the speed of a bullet. Then we would have to guide it to a moving target 250,000 miles away. Many people thought it was an impossible dream, but 400,000 of us set about making that dream a reality. It would be the longest, most hazardous voyage that any man had dared to attempt. But step by step, mission by mission, we orbited the Earth, perfecting the skills and technologies we would need on this incredible journey. Our astronauts practiced maneuvering, docking, and the 1,000 other tasks that would comprise the moon mission. We created new alloys, lighter and stronger than anything seen before. We designed communication systems that would be reliable over the vast distances. And behind it all, we tried to perfect the rocket that would be powerful enough to punch out of Earth orbit and take us to the moon. One day, however, the dream of flying to the moon almost slipped away. It was January 27th, 1967. Astronauts Virgil Gus Grissom, Edward White, and Roger Chaffee were on board Apollo 1 for a plugs-out test, a full-scale dress rehearsal for the actual launch. Suddenly it happened. There was a fire in the capsule. 3 men whose lives had been in our hands were lost.
Surely the opening vistas of space promised high costs and hardships, as well as high reward. But this country of the United States was not built by those who waited and rested. They wished to look behind them.
After Apollo 1, some thought we'd failed, and that the moon was out of our reach. But we owed it to those men, to learn from their sacrifice and to carry on. We started taking the Apollo vehicle apart, piece by piece. Was the design flawed? Had safety been compromised? Tough questions. And we spent 1.5 years redesigning the spacecraft so that no astronaut's life would ever be at risk because we overlooked something, or because we could have done something better. A moon rocket is 91% high explosive, and it goes into the most unforgiving, hazardous environment there is. We could never make it risk-free, and the men who flew them knew that. We didn't send men into space again until Apollo 7 orbited the Earth testing some of the new designs. When everything worked perfectly, the decision was made. The next mission would travel to the moon. It was mankind's destiny to leave the shores of our planet behind and strike out across the vast ocean of space. In the great span of our history, now is the time that we could. Now is the time that we would. We stood on the eve of the longest, most dangerous journey that any man had ever undertaken. And it would be taken by Frank Borman, James Lovell, and William Anders, the crew of Apollo 8. Through those doors, you'll find the firing room, launch control, just as it was on December 21st, 1968.
Children by the hand and proceed through the open doors to firing room number 1. All strollers, wheelchair guests, and hearing impaired guests, please use the door to your far left.
See right in front?
That's okay.
Oh, wow. No, thanks. Dad, look at this. ¿Avisa la cámara?
I guess, I don't know. We had a little bit. I think there's a lot of people, but I don't know.
No, all the way.
Oh, all the way.
They sit down, you keep going, okay?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
For the comfort, safety, and viewing pleasure of all our guests, we ask that you refrain
Should be good.
photography for the presentation. If you will leave during the presentation, please exit through the doors on your right. Thank you.
Our station at Quonset is exactly like it, but fewer. The large councils are for local control and that sort of thing. And communications.
It was a few days before Christmas 1968 when Apollo 8 sat on the pad. She was the first of a new kind, a moon rocket. This was the Phoenix, risen from the ashes of Apollo 1. The first Apollo crew did not die in vain. This was to be their testament. "36 stories high, she had been fully fueled throughout the night. The liquid oxygen in her tanks caused ice to form on the outside of the craft. The extreme temperature difference between the air and the sub-zero fuel caused the metal skin of the rocket to expand and to contract. Everyone was on the pad agreed. It was as though the rocket was alive, breathing, straining at the leash. Earlier in the morning, astronauts Frank Borman, Jim Lovell, and Bill Anders had made their final preparations before taking that long ride out to the main spacecraft. The minimum safe distance from a Saturn V at liftoff was 3 miles. The reason was simple. When fully fueled, the rocket contained the explosive power of an atomic bomb. As the clock counted down, the astronauts and all of us in launch control went through the pre-flight checks. Our hands on the controls of the most powerful, most complex machine ever built. It had over 2 million separate systems. And to bring these men back alive, everything had to work perfectly. Each individual system had been tested, but what we didn't know was how they would perform when all 2 million began to work together. That moment would come when the countdown clock reached 0. If a maneuvering thruster failed, if communications broke down, if navigation was off by 1 degree, if any piece of the miles of wiring, circuits, relays, or valves was defective, Frank Borman, Jim Lovell, and Bill Anders would pay with their lives. As they sat, waiting for launch on a chill December morning, these 3 astronauts were back to what they had always been, test pilots. You are now in the final minutes before the launch of Apollo 8. Right here, where it actually happened. Mankind is about to leave his planet behind and journey to another. It is one of those rare moments when history is not being made, destiny is being embraced.
This is launch control, T-minus 3 minutes and counting. We've completed our communications checks with the Apollo 8 astronauts in the cabin, and the communications are go. During this period, once we do get the firing command, the various tanks within the 3 stages of the Saturn V launch vehicle begin to pressurize. We have firing command. The firing command is in. We are now on the automatic sequence. T-minus 2 minutes, 20 seconds, and count. Our status board indicates that all aspects are ready. Instrument unit is ready. Spacecraft ready. Final check of the emergency detection system. That ready light also on. First stage preparations are completed.
Okay, you're on.
45 seconds and counting. The first stage liquid oxygen tank has been pressurized, and the pressure is still building up. Coming up at 90 seconds, mark T-minus 90 seconds and counting. The Apollo 8 crew standing by, spacecraft commander Frank Borman, Jim Lovell, Bill Anders. We now report that the liquid hydrogen tank on the third stage is pressurized. 1 minute, 15 seconds. All first stage propellants pressurized at this time as we come up on a 60-second mark on a flight to the moon. T-minus 60 seconds and counting. The vehicle now is completely pressurized. We're coming up on power transfer shortly. We have the power transfer. We're now on the flight batteries within the launch vehicle. Final reports coming from Frank Borman at this time. Final look at the switch list aboard the spacecraft. 20 seconds, all aspects. We are still go at this time. 15,
14, 13, 12, 11, 10.
9. We have a mission sequence stop. The engines are on. 4. Liftoff at 7:51 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have cleared the tower.
Apollo 8 successfully orbited the moon, and the astronauts returned safely to the Earth. I know. I'm Jim Lovell, and I was one of the crew of this spacecraft, Apollo 8. We were the first men to see the surface of the moon from just a few miles away. but it was the hundreds of thousands of men and women who worked at that time, the millions of people who supported the mission that really made it possible. That way, I guess we all win. Now, on the other side of those doors, you'll find an actual Saturn V moon. It's still the most powerful, most complex machine ever built. And I guess it's the only one that can take you to another planet. I actually got to fly on a second flight to the moon called Apollo 13. But that's another story.
Sí. Come on. This is where you get to dress up as an astronaut and take pictures. This is the original suits that the astronauts would wear. I can't remember what time do we have to be back? Where's Dad? All right, we're outside. This is where you can see the space launch.
A ver. Venimos a ver la presentación.
Right over there is the space launch. I don't know if you guys can see, but I can zoom in for you.
¿Dónde están?
See, you get there's benches for a picnic. Shit like that.
Suéltame.
Beautiful day out here in Cape Canaveral. Cómprame una Pepsi, ¿no?
No, no me hagas así. Te falta tu casco. ¿No?
No.
¿Por qué no?
My bicycle?
Casco.
Oh, of NASA?
Ajá.
I have no idea. We don't even have one.
No, ya sé.
But what presentation would it be?
No tengo idea.
Joey's neighborhood, started going down.
Apparently, there's supposed to be some kind of presentation, but we have no idea what's going on here.
No, a lo mejor aquí nada más están resting. Por presentación, ¿y dónde están?
Let's be out in the sun for a bit.
Hace más frío aquí que adentro.
Not even close.
Parts of the Hubble Space Telescope is in there. You look at the big version. They use that.
Oh, stop.